We rolling?
Are the boys back in
The
town?
boys are back in town after talking some shoegaze.
Back at it again.
Well, Anna I was asking about what was the name of the why? What was the name of the band?
Were.
Were.
They're sick, man. They got canceled. But that's why they broke up. They got
that's why.
They got canceled because someone on their official Twitter page was posting some pretty hateful jokes about this transgender hardcore band called Gloss, and they were like saying it's a bunch of boys in dresses or whatever, and then everyone got mad at them, and they're like, okay, like our friend had our account.
Really? Do you believe that? Or do you think?
I think probably, but I think they all thought it was funny anyway.
For sure. I mean,
they and now they're back.
They got over that hump.
Yeah, they got it.
How long were they gone for because of that?
Man, I feel like they were. I want to say they were probably canceled like 2017.
Oh wow,
long time, maybe 2019, or as early as 2016. It's hard to like.
But
it's been a minute.
Wow.
It's been a minute, and they're so sick.
Were you a big fan of theirs back in the day?
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed them. I really liked them. They have a cool logo. It's like a big shaky swirl, and
I'll say this: I don't like a lot of the music that you like.
Yeah,
but they have way better merch and logos than the.
Oh, you were looking at the merch and logos?
Just from what I've seen, like of the stuff that you have, and like the I don't know, Raffi had that shirt, like stuff like that, or like I don't know.
Yeah,
they have. I went to a Coldplay concert and loved it more.
Yeah.
They had the lamest merch.
Yeah,
which was insane because I was like, how. You have 80,000 people. Like, you're one of the most successful bands of all time. How does every shirt here look like I'm going to a summer camp? Like, it sucks.
Okay, because here's why, and I hate to break this to you. It's because you listen to Safe, Training Wheels, Baby Brain music.
Okay.
And so they have to make merch that matches that fan base. They have to make. They can't take risks or do anything sort of dark or weird or like anything interesting.
Dude, it's not my fault I don't like loud noises.
No, it's not your fault.
That's what I was going to ask you, though, is what do you think is the concert that you and I could go to that we would both enjoy the most?
Together in unison.
Together, we would both like it.
Dude, I mean, honestly, I think I would like to rip like a Creed or a Nickelback concert.
Yeah, we'd be close. Yeah,
because I think we'd both have a sort of ironic distance from it, but still be like, I mean, this rocks though.
Yeah.
What about Matchbox 20?
Sure. Okay. Well, because it would have to be basically something you. Here's the concert. It'd have to be a band that I know that you would sincerely be excited to see.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't suggest it. I would have to know that you actually wanted to go to it.
Yeah, and listen, we both like Kanye, and Kanye is like actually a great person. No, actually like good. He takes risks and he makes artistic choices and he's revolutionary and yada yada. But I think I would never pay for a rap concert, a hip hop concert, because that's one of those concerts where everyone going is pretty much going because they want to see the person in real life. They just want to look at them.
Right.
And be there because I see footage of these concerts and it's like they're just playing the music.
I saw that and they're just bobbing around. I saw Kanye doing that Runaway and the people are going crazy and the captions like, look how hard it was. And it's like they just have a great speaker.
Yeah.
They all came to hang.
Well, and have you seen the footage of when him and Jay-Z were in Paris and they played N-words in Paris back to back 9 times in a row?
Were they not rapping? Like
they were, but
no, just not.
I mean, it was like 30 minutes of N-words in Paris.
That would have been.
And
I mean, you'd have to be so drunk or high or something. Like you'd have to be on some type of.
It's kind of cool.
Right.
It is kind of cool, but I would be like, Like if I like imagine being on psychedelic, you would be going insane.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine telling a joke 9 times in a row? Play that shit again. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
although that reminds me, I did something kind of similar. My friends used to work at this ice rink, and it was just one of those jobs where it was awesome because they so didn't give a fuck at all. Like
Sure.
they had to do nothing there, and there was one, and so I would go and hang out, and I would just do work sometimes I would just be back there at the skate rental,
How old are you?
like probably like 19, 18.
Okay, for sure.
And I remember one time there was a field trip, a school field trip, so a bunch of kids and their counselors or whatever, and we were up in the DJ booth, and there was this one song in their like playlist of songs that was from SpongeBob, and it was called like Squidward's Jellyfish or whatever, something like that. And it was basically, it started out with Squidward going, I think he went like, "How could you possibly have fun with a jellyfish?" And then just techno, like the hardest drop ever. And it was like a 1.5 minute long song. And we cued it to play, just endlessly repeating, infinitely. But the way the song was set up is you could not tell where it began or ended.
Right.
So it would just kept. So the song was like, for the first 5 minutes, probably people just thought this is a really long song that kept going. How could you possibly? And just, and it was, we were dying laughing just up in the DJ booth watching everyone like, what's going on? And eventually one of the counselors came up and was like, "Can you stop that? Can you turn it off?" And we were like, "It's broken."
How many times did you think you got through it?
It's hard to, no joke, at least 35 minutes of that song playing. And it was genuinely one of the hardest. It was like funny the entire time.
Yeah,
because every time we heard Squidward say that, we knew the song started over.
You guys are just watching the madness, like watching ants. Just
Yeah.
sitting at that's awesome. Dude.
Just like skating to that is so fun. It was so funny. I've tried.
I bet the kids were having a good time.
Yeah, they probably love it. The counselors are bummers, man.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, probably the counselors are also like 19. Like it's just the war of the cool 19-year-olds and the.
Maybe, I don't know. I remember being like a little like I felt like it was. First of all, it was a chick.
Oh,
and
dude,
she, I think, was older. I feel like she was like in her late to mid 20s. I remember thinking like I felt a little like if she was my age, I never would have turned the song off.
That right there is a woman.
Yeah,
a woman's talking to us.
Yeah, and also I don't know why I turned like I was like, oh, I hope I don't get fired. I didn't even work there, so I don't know.
Are you like, you're not a person that like knows SpongeBob, right? Like
personally,
like at our like you ever talking like with people in our age and they like quote SpongeBob? Do you quote SpongeBob?
I mean, not like often, but I have.
Because people will say, I have like coworkers like at the bar that are like, they'll say, "You do that?" Oh my god! Because they'll say something from SpongeBob, and I'll be like, "I don't know," and they were like, "That's Patrick," and I was like, "I'm 26. How old are you?" Like, I haven't watched that show since I was. I understand it's hilarious, and I understand it. I haven't seen that show since I was like 8 or 9 years old. Dude.
Yeah, neither have I.
But just stuck in there like that?
Yeah. You just, that's the thing about you. I'm worried for you because you said the other day you don't remember your childhood.
I don't.
And usually there's something bad involved with that.
For sure. There was a lot of. My parents' marriage was.
That's If you
Is that the reason I forgot SpongeBob is divorce?
Let's hope so.
Oh.
That's the best case scenario.
Oh. I guess, yeah, that would be good. That would be a shame if that's why I don't remember my youth, is the bad times.
Yeah.
The bad times cloud the good times.
Hey, but you got to let the good times roll.
Yeah, dude.
You were a bit of a mean counselor, weren't you?
I wasn't.
Because
I
you
was
worked at a camp?
I was working at a camp. That's where Joe and I met Andre. All these people that all our listeners know, all these characters. But I worked.
They'll get to know them.
But I was very I was of the approach that I feel like some counselors try to be like friends with like they're try to be their friend, and I was like, no, I'm your counselor. Like I'm supposed to like tell. Like I have to have some authority over you guys. I can't just be your buddies. But I'll say this, dude. I was because we lived in the same cabin. It was like there was like 4 2-week sessions or whatever. So we lived in the same cabin as the kids, and so I was living with like in this cabin full of like 12-year-old boys.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I mean, kind of a dream come true.
I mean, you did say it was some of the best times of your life when you talked
dude.
about this camp.
It was, dude. I mean, not the accommodations.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I forgot truly how funny like 7th grade boys are. Like just being around them. I mean, they're idiots. Like they're all idiot. And one of the kids in my cabin, he had like a hot sister. According to the kids, according to the kids, on the other side of the girls' camp or whatever, and every day the boys gave him shit for, and it was the funniest thing. He's like, my sister's not hot, and they're like, yes, she is, and just going at it, dude.
I think I would be proud if I had a hot sister.
I feel like that's a noble answer. Because I get how that could get to you, like because I only had he's a good looking brother, but it's only been none of my friends had sisters, none of Joe didn't. All of them were singles or brothers. Yeah. Did you have a hot sister friend?
No, that's
I think that we were kind of deprived. I was living vicariously through my boys in the cabin because I kind of wanted to chime in. I was like, yeah, I'm not into it or whatever, but your sister's.
I had one, like a friend of a friend that had a hot sister. She was older. When you're a kid, every girl that's older is so hot.
Yeah. So she was the older sister?
She was older by 2 years.
Oh, that's a good amount of time.
Yeah. She's married now.
Oh, the one that got away.
I know.
No, dude, I had no female energy around. I didn't have sisters. None of my friends had sisters. All my cousins were dudes. I had one aunt that my mom hated, so I didn't even get to be around like an aunt.
That sucks. You grew up with a deadbeat aunt,
dude. That's pretty funny.
She wasn't in your life.
Aunt.
My aunt wasn't in my life.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I never had. I would have killed for my friends to have hot sisters. I wouldn't have done anything about it. I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't.
But it would have been nice to have something to fantasize about.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I meant like.
There was no. Where's the fantasy, dude?
My friends had sisters, and so, but they weren't like. They weren't hot.
Ugly sisters.
They weren't ugly. Like, I won't say that, but it was, like you would like. I would try to force the fantasy, and even then, I was like, when you're fantasizing and you're still like, like,
and your friends are like, hey man, like, why do you never like talk shit to me about my sister? Like, why don't you lust after her? And you're like, it's I'm trying to be respectful. The back of your head.
Like, yeah, you got a dog for a sister, man.
Do you think your friends were hotter than their sisters, or were they also not lookers?
Well, no, I only roll with
the roll with studs.
Like, exactly. I mean, it's a compliment to you. I only roll with hot ass individuals.
You have to have hot ass in your tribe.
Exactly. Like, there's seriously, if an ugly guy tries to talk to me, I'm like, it's not gonna go any further.
Nah, dude.
We're not gonna be friends.
No. You can hang out with some ugly chicks.
Yeah.
Ugly dudes?
Well, it's the thing with my friends' siblings is I feel like you gotta know the sister before you know the brother to ever find her hot, because they look like you ever you have a friend and then you meet one of their siblings and the sibling just looks like a clone went wrong.
Yeah.
If a clone got deformed.
Yeah, because now you're a little horned up for your buddy, and that's that's a web.
Yeah. No, both my friends' sisters, but one in particular looked so much like just the girl version of my friend. and it made things complicated.
It was a speed bump.
Yeah.
I mean, still though, like even now, like most of my friends, adult friends now that I've made as adult with my adult friends, like you don't have any sisters. Eric doesn't have any sisters. Most comics I know don't have sisters.
That's why we're funny.
That's
Boom.
Anna's not digging this episode as
No.
much. Oh, that's what. Okay, wait. Like, this is what I was gonna tell you about my big
news.
My big news, dude. I'm pretty confident. Actually, I'm very confident. I have a hernia.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude. I know.
You're pushing too hard on the toilet.
So I was telling someone about that yesterday, and he was like, "I had one too," and he was like, "Yeah, dude, I was on the toilet too long." He turns out he had hemorrhoids.
Oh.
But I have a hernia. Like I'm going to the doctor tomorrow.
Damn.
And it's been freaking with my head. Like I think I've had it for like a long time though. No. Well, I had the kidney surgery. I've never had one before. I had the kidney surgery, and I think it's because of that. Like my wall or whatever down there, my wall. Online they call it your wall.
Yeah.
Your abdominal wall is weakened, and I think just over the past 3 years, I've been like, I mean, just between grocery store and bar backing and working, like I've just lifted, and it's been like that for like over a year, like for a long time, like for a while. When it just started to get worse, or when I was like, I always just thought I pulled something, or like I needed to stretch my groin or something.
Yeah. You are always talking about your tight groin.
Dude, I know. And then I looked into it, like, 'cause it was just getting a little more painful, and I was like, oh, that's what a hernia is.
Oh, you hit WebMD. Can you see it or just feel it?
You can see you both. Like, there's nothing like, I can feel it, and like, if you start to poke it down here, this is my soft side, this is my hard side right now.
Yeah.
This thing's like, yeah. So
you got a soft side and a hard side.
I have my soft side and my hard side. So I'm like freaking out a little because I don't want to. Like I was like, you got to go to do surgery and all this stuff. Yeah, dude. So that's So I'm meeting with a doctor tomorrow.
So what is it?
It's like muscle, like your muscle coming through your abdominals or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the science. I mean, you can, if you have your phone, you can look up the exact definition, because I'm not going to do it any justice.
Yeah.
But there's something coming through my body that's not supposed to be coming through my body from the inside out. I'm bursting at the seams.
Damn.
I'm bursting at the seams.
Through your tender wall?
Dude, through my tender wall. And it's got me nervous because now I thought my wall was formidable.
Yeah, and they're going to tear it down.
Yeah, dude. So
Mr. Gorbachev.
So I have an appointment tomorrow at the doctor. No, I don't enjoy that experience. But
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, dude. But that's what's been on my mind. And I've been dying to tell people. Well, it's also interesting because it's all like it's a self-diagnosed hernia, but
yeah.
I've never been more spot on. Like like it's exactly what it is.
Ugh.
But I haven't gotten confirmation yet, so I feel a little cocky telling people I have a hernia.
Yeah.
But next week I will come back. It'd
With
be like,
news.
I got a hernia.
Yeah. This is like a real cliff.
Yeah.
So tune in next week, guys,
Yeah.
if you want to find out if Max's diagnosis was correct.
Yeah, dude. I called my mom. Like, I got a hernia. And that freaked her out a little. And then
Really?
she was
How
like,
did Mama Bear react?
she was like, she also didn't really know what it was, truthfully, but she knew it wasn't. It's like she knew it wasn't great.
Yeah.
And she also, it's an old man's injury. Like,
Yeah.
It's not you don't hear a lot about a young man's hernia.
Yeah. That's true.
So she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I did a lot of. You know what's funny though is because I was embarrassed to like look up what it was called, because I had to look up parts of like the penis, like that region. I was like, this
Your penis hurts?
the top part. What
Your
do you
top
know what's
penis?
called between? You know what this area is called? Like your belt.
Your pelvic.
Exactly. So I
Yeah.
went on incognito mode to look up what the penis. I was penis diagram, and I just worked my way up through different incognito tabs.
That's hilarious. You hit penis diagram. I mean, that's definitely, you go to incognito mode for
sure,
that.
dude. Because I didn't want someone to use my phone and they're looking up for like pasta. And then, like, the first thing comes out is penis. You put the P and then the rest of it fills in.
And a diagram makes it so funny too.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like not even. It's not even gay, which is nothing wrong with that.
No, but I was really working my way from the bottom with this research.
Yeah.
I was like, let's start. I was like, I know it's this region.
So what's it called?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know any of the. I don't know, dude.
Let's go. I feel like it should be called the bointment. The boint.
The point. This is my. I pulled
Your boint.
my point.
You got pain in your boint.
It's like it begins with an A, something hernia. Analana hernia.
Oh.
But I like the belt because this is your belt, my buckle.
Yeah.
It's in my left
Belt.
buckle, my
Yeah.
left buckle,
Yeah.
my left buckle. Dude. That's where, but it's tight down there, dude. Which is tough because it's gonna get in the way of all my plowing.
Loosen that buckle.
Yeah.
That is.
Gonna,
Oh, are you getting? Are you getting?
I'm not gonna be able to plow for a while.
Oh man.
I'm gonna have to text all the ladies. I'm gonna just send out a mass email.
Yeah.
I got them on email.
You can't let them down like that.
Dude, I know they're gonna be, especially it's Valentine's Day.
Your Doc, can we push this back till after Valentine's Day?
I need to pleasure some women.
You understand, son. You're putting yourself at risk. What happens if the hernia goes untreated? You just have tight buckle?
I think then it can get worse. Buckle.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude, and I've left it untreated for a long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
But I mean, we talked about this back when we were still filming that Silly Sandwich Tuesday episode back in the day. Is my goal? What was David? I didn't know how you were gonna react to that. What was my goal for this year? To loosen up.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it would require surgery.
You're gonna surgical loosen.
But I need to let the buckle out a little.
You bought the foam roller for nothing,
Dude. I know.
You could.
I have been using that though, but because here's the thing, I think it will trickle down. If I loosen my buckle, my calves are gonna be great.
And then you'll be able to dunk.
Well, imagine that's what's been holding me back on the court. Like I just start going between the legs and stuff. It's like, oh, it was the hernia.
Yeah. I've never heard of. That's the thing. If a basketball player gets a hernia, he's out.
Yeah, dude.
Send him to the G League.
That's why I've been out for the whole 26 years.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a surgery?
Never had a surgery. Well, I had my wisdom teeth removed.
Okay, likewise.
That's it. That's the only time I was under the scalpel.
Dude, I had that. When did you get yours done?
I think when I was 17.
Oh, okay, I was later. I got mine during COVID.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
How old were you?
When was COVID? 2020. So I was probably like 21, 22.
All right.
But I was, honestly, it was that was a great time to do it because because they were kind of like, you can do it whenever. Like, was yours like, we got to do this now?
No.
Oh, okay. Like, it's not like, it wasn't like an emergency to get these teeth out. Some people do. Some people like push it too long and they go to the dentist. They're like, you need this out like tomorrow. Really? Yeah. I mean, I guess you weren't a rush job.
No, mine was. But I remember I got my wisdom teeth out, and then my my mom on the way home took me to Wendy's to get a chocolate frosty from Wendy's. She was treating her baby boy right. Wow. And I was all loopy from the drugs, and I had a mouthful of.
Were you ballooned up?
No, yeah.
I was like,
I had square face.
Yeah. Oh.
And but I got frosty all over my face, and then I passed out and went to sleep. And then I woke up like 7 hours later, and the frosty had dried onto my face, and it was unremovable. It was a tattoo. I had a chocolate tattoo all over my face. Like, I'm talking washcloth, hard scrubbing. I got my mom involved. We could not get I had to just rip my skin off. Like I just like peeled the skin off because it was there, and that was the last time I ever had a Frosty. Because I'm like, that should not be doing that. No food should be
It's tar.
permanently dyeing your face. And a Frosty's delicious, but it's,
Oh my god, it's the especially like your face is already all squared up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, then you have to be that's excruciating.
exactly. It was bad. It was bad. But I couldn't go. Like that was the option, and I could not. I wasn't just going to accept that that's what my face looked like.
Right. Oh god, dude, that must. I mean, because I got my kidney removed, as you know.
Yeah.
And I got my wisdom teeth removed. I hated the recovery of the wisdom teeth more, truthfully.
Yeah.
I didn't, like, because my mouth was just, I had braces a bunch as a kid, and they were, I hated any dental work. Like,
Yeah.
hate dental work. And my face, like, my mouth was huge. I didn't have any. I remember when I first got braces in 3rd grade, which was a very young age to get. I remember my mom took me to get the ice cream. What are they called? Not Dippin' Dots, but like little balls of vanilla with chocolate around them and dips.
I feel like they are
Dippers?
dibs.
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 You complete me.
That's. I mean, if I'm gonna know anything.
Dude. and I remember just like I couldn't even like chew, but I would just like melt them in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was also early braces. I had braces, I think 4th grade.
Really?
But I didn't even. My baby teeth weren't even.
Mine weren't either. And
Yeah.
I remember in 3rd grade being like, this doesn't feel like the time to strike.
Let's have patience here.
Yeah. Why are we doing this?
My parents were like, I am not having an ugly, gross mouth.
I had to get them again because they were like, your mouth changed. I was like, yeah, I was 9.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I had them the one time, and my parents were like, this is it. You better hope
Yeah, you better.
it worked out. And it worked out fine. My teeth here a little crooked in the front, but for the most part, it's like I don't like need braces.
Right.
You know, but it was a happy end. And I remember, I had a my class enemy, Shane Visnick. I told him, I'm getting braces tomorrow, and he's like, no, you're not. And I was like, yeah, I am. And then he's like, I guess we'll see tomorrow. And I'm like, I guess we will. And then, you know, I'm obviously having that level of confidence.
Right.
Because you are getting the braces.
Right.
And then the next day, I remember I was like waiting for my teacher to open the doors, and he was showing up, and I'm like, I was posted up with my mouth closed. I was like, waiting for him to say something to me. I literally didn't say anything to anyone, and he was just like, he's like, where's the braces? And I went,
Wow.
and he's like, damn. And I was like, yeah, bitch, what now?
That's a way to. It's a very funny way to win because you lost. Because now you have braces.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
What color did you go with?
Oh, dude, I'm sure. I honestly don't remember because I think I had like probably blue. If I'm knowing myself back in the day,
Yeah.
probably blue.
I was blue too.
Yeah, but they switched them a bunch, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yep. But
Did
I
you-
think I went blue. I went black. I was into the darker things.
Did you have like the bands?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude,
That's where I drew the line.
Oh, those were just basically like a clamp for your mouth. Like,
Yeah.
oh, dude. Oh, my orthodontist, his name was Dr. Kukalon, which always unsettled me.
Yeah.
I did not. Tony Kukalon, great dentist,
Yeah.
orthodontist, but I never liked. I did not care for the name. Is just unsettling.
Kukalon.
Kukalon will see you now. It's like, can we have like a Dr. Lee?
That's
But isn't that the greatest feeling when you know you're gonna win? Like you knew you were gonna braces tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I remember I was playing during COVID. I was playing poker with a bunch of friends, and I had a straight flush, which is the second best hand. Like the odds of getting that are
Yeah.
like I've never had the best poker hand of my entire life.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. Someone else had, I think it was like four.
Oh.
And so they were like, I'm going to win. And based off the cards, I was like, you couldn't have a royal flush.
Yeah.
I was like, I have the best. Like, I know.
Yeah.
It was like, he was like he was like I raise, and he was like I'm all in. I was like I'll bet the house, like I'll bet, and like and it was the great. Can he threw him down, and I was like, straight.
That's wow.
It was the greatest. Like,
that is a good feeling. You really rarely get that in life.
Ever, never. Or you're like this is an 100% chance of victory.
Yeah.
Never. It made me feel very powerful. I wish I bet a house. Like I would have
been like more cinematic. I would have like when he did that. I would have been like, really? You don't know what you got yourself into, buddy.
Who do you think you're toying with?
Yeah. You don't know the meaning of the word win.
You kind of have poker player energy though. Because when you get your shades on, I could see you at a table.
Oh my god, yeah. I had so much fun when we had our poker night.
Yeah, dude.
That was a great time. Although I lost everything. But I felt great. I felt awesome, and I put the shades on, and I was like, here's the problem. You don't bluff in an amateur game.
No.
You just you
no
play,
one knows what they're doing.
Yeah, you play. When you have good cards, you play.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it. And I was trying to bluff.
People that have no idea dude. The amount of times it's like you're trying to bluff and someone bet and they had like a 2-pair and you have an ace high and you're like I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. They have. Yeah, exactly what you said.
Because most of the people playing are just betting when they have something decent.
Mm-hmm. Or anything.
Anything.
Or
literally
just,
anything. Oh my god.
Morons.
I'm on a losing streak poker wise. Like I lost immediately at our event. I lost playing roulette the other day at Atlantic City. I lost $10 playing roulette. Which that's a interesting game to watch people play. Like, 'cause basically, I was with some friends and they put in like, what was it, like $100 or whatever, and you just get a million little chips.
Yeah,
and just put them randomly all over the place. And it's just very interesting to watch something that has. It's funny when people think they have a method.
Yeah,
like that, they're just telling you your strategy, and I'm like, I know enough to know that you're not.
Yeah.
You haven't cracked this.
Well, I watched like I got like sucked into a YouTube hole of just like the world's greatest gamblers, you know, that type of. And there was like one guy where it was like, "Is this the best roulette player in the world?" And it was like a 45-minute video, and like being like, you know, what is his method and all this stuff, and like we're gonna reveal it at the end, and then you get to the end and they're like. Yeah, no, he's just pretty lucky. He's just a lucky guy.
He just did it well.
He did it good. I mean, we're in. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's the number one thing I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
Like that's the number one. Did you have it? I mean, you grew up around people that did some of that stuff, right?
Gamble?
Yeah, like or bookie, like in that world.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of people. I mean, everyone of our generation is getting our whole country is getting crushed right
dude.
now.
Because you can't go to the doctor's office without getting a FanDuel at. Like it's the young gentlemen who are getting.
Yeah.
Do you think? Because I don't know. I mean, I know you're not. There's not a lot of young ladies out there placing bets, is there?
No.
Do you certainly not in Atlantic City.
But here's the thing: is when they do, they win. Like it's every time there's ever been like a group of girls that like enter their workplaces fantasy football league or whatever, or like it's the place that the Super Bowl, the playoff brackets, whatever. They always win. It's always the people that don't know what the fuck's going on that win the shit. Woo! Like, and my brother was telling me about. He went to the casino with my mom, and they were playing slots, and my mom was like winning like $10 and being like, yeah, like look, Maddie. And then my brother's like, Mom, stop, because like right next to her are people who are throwing their lives away, just like. Holy fuck, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to afford the mortgage.
Oh,
and then, like, my mom's like, yippee! It's the bowl of Chipotle right there. And so just to have that going on while you're in shambles right next to you is
And your brother's like, chill.
yeah, he's like, stop. And then but like, to my mom, like he's just like being like a bummer.
Right. You're just being a annoyed son.
Yeah, exactly. It's always weird when you're like in public as an adult and you see the teenager that's like trying to like the mom like is like rubs his shoulder and he's like, stop.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the embarrassed kid.
Oh, dude. Did you get that from your mom a lot? Would you like your mom like coddle you in public? And
I would be, yeah. And that's the thing, and you don't realize when you're young, it's more cringy to be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Than it is to just be like, mom.
To try and be alpha.
Yeah.
To try and be alpha is when you're 16.
Yeah.
Who are you fooling, dude? Oh man, or I mean, we'd have that on register all the time when like mom is like shopping with her son, or the daughter, and the daughter's just texting away, and they're just getting into this little back and forth, and they think you're invisible, and you just gotta watch it. It is more cringe. I remember, I think one of the worst I ever insulted my mom was when we had like this for 8th grade. We were supposed to go on this class camping trip. And then they were looking for parent chaperones, and I actively told my mom not to.
Yeah.
And she was like, she was hurt by that.
Really?
Yeah. And
you were a lot nicer to your mom than I was. The most I've ever devastated my mom, I told her not to chaperone my field trip.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, in that, I mean, I've been, I've been horrible to my mom.
Okay, sick.
What do you think we bonded over?
No, I was one of the kids. I remember being a kid trying to, like, you want to act like when you're a kid, you want it to be like you don't even have parents.
Right.
Like you just
roughing it.
existed.
Yeah.
Like, when you're at the mall with your parents and you're walking 10 feet in front of them. Like, I'm not even with.
I don't even know who those.
Yeah.
They're my security detail.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
I just wanted to be older.
Yeah.
Being old is so sick when you're young.
Yeah, it is. Dude, well, I idolized my older cousins. That's who I thought were the coolest.
Yeah.
Like, that was who I wanted to be. I always wanted to be my older cousins.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they haven't figured out. They've cracked this.
See, I'm jealous of the cousin kids, the kids that have cool cousins. Like, I had, like, when I was young, my cousin Eric was awesome. I loved my cousin Eric. But once I got to be like around middle school, I was like, both of my cousins. I only have 2 cousins.
Okay.
Both of them. I was like, these guys are losers.
Yeah, dude. That kicked in more. I stopped idolizing them. Maybe when I went to like college is kind of when I was. Cause they did. that was kind of a sign.
Dude, I mean, we were talking about this earlier, but Elon Musk doing the Nazi salute
The Sig Heil
at the thing, that is insane.
sounds like a fraternity.
That it does.
That was because I hadn't seen it until you showed me it.
Yeah, and you kind of think you're like you see people. First you hear people talking about it, and you go,
That can't be what people are being dramatic.
Exactly. Like, I bet maybe he was going like, hi, everyone.
And that is kind of what I thought. It was.
Yeah, exactly. And then you see
Or like a twitch.
Yeah.
And then you see it.
Yeah. And then you see the exactly. You see it, and he's just like fucking throwing it hard.
Oh my God, dude.
And when I saw it, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what did he say about this? And then, like, first thing when I look up what his response is, the first thing I see is his PR representative, and his PR representative is like, he was stimming. Okay,
yeah, dude,
he's autistic.
He's chill. I thought this was 2025.
Yeah, you guys are really. And then his Twitter response, he was like,
X.
Sorry, I did not mean to dead name. It is fun. I tried writing a bit about this, about how all the different websites are changing their names, and they're all like non-binary. Like HBO just became Max.
Oh, sure.
and Twitter
sure.
became X.
Right,
Like they
right.
all sort of, it was hack. But
It's
they,
genius.
I mean, I'm.
One of a kind.
You see me.
I see you.
You see me for what I am. But anyway, his X response. What is it called? If you tweet on Twitter, what do you do on X?
Yeah, you.
His
His.
was he was like, you guys really need to find a new way to critique me. You can't compare everyone to Hitler. It's like, dude,
We're not.
you hailed him though.
you gave him a shout out.
That's why they.
You did his. It's like doing the moonwalk and be like, why are they referencing Jackson here? That's his thing. You did his thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. I am grateful that I was never into that. Like the guys that really sucked him off. Like, you know,
Yeah.
the guys that are like, Elon's a genius.
Oh,
Elon's
God.
that was never my jam. I have some good buddies that,
Loved them.
yeah, for a while ago. Like, they were always like,
They were musketeers.
yeah, they were always like, this is the guy. I've never had a guy, really the only person that was like, this is the man for me is Peyton Manning.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, dude, and Louis C.K. Those are the two people
Yeah.
that I was like, that's the dude.
Yeah.
And no, I've never had a business person I looked up to. I always think that's kind of lame.
To have a
business-
CEO hero.
Yeah, dude, that sucks. That sucks so much. That says so much. You're like, Steve Jobs is the legend. It's like, there's so many slaves.
Yeah.
There's so much child labor. He cheated on me. He's a bad guy.
They have nets under the
yeah.
yeah.
He's a visionary or what. A CEO hero is the lamest.
Yeah.
It's so lame, dude. You have a like LeBron.
Yeah.
You're like I don't know, anything.
Because it's just like I don't know.
I liked Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning sick.
Yeah, dude, he threw touchdowns.
Chicken parm
Yeah.
tastes so good.
He was a great SNL host one time.
Mm-hmm. He interviewed Larry David in Denver.
Yeah, dude, that's who. Look up to those guys.
Yeah.
Look at why is that not?
Why is he not the? Why is Peyton Manning not the head of the government efficiency?
I think that'd be way better.
project?
Well, then it'd be but then it would be lame to look up to Peyton Manning again. That's what I just.
Nah, he would be.
I would if I had kids, dude. I would be sincerely bummed if one of their heroes was anyone that had a business.
Yeah.
And you should be throwing something or singing something.
Yeah.
That's who you should look up to.
Do something. Have a talent.
Have a talent, yes,
Mhm.
yeah, that you're unreasonably good at.
Yeah. The other thing, but I would hate if my kid was a fan of it. First of all, I'm not having any kids. Let's get that
we've
out of
talked
the way.
about that.
Yeah.
You're not passing on your seed.
No, my seed. I'm gonna.
That's a shame though. I think you have good seed. I think you have genes worth continuing.
Do you really mean that?
I do.
All right,
Yeah.
fuck it. I'll have a kid.
Yeah, dude. I think you
Why
good.
not?
I'm glad it's settled now.
Why not?
Because you should
Carson.
keep this going. I would kill for a sequel. I would enjoy that a lot.
I would. I mean, like that's the thing. I would like a kid. I would like to just make him do all the things that I want. Like I would, I'd be like, you're playing. I want him to play hockey. I want to play catch with little
Yeah.
Garden, and I want
Little garden?
to
Garden Marco?
Garden Marco. That's not
honestly
bad.
not half bad.
That's pretty good.
Garden. Now you have to have little gar.
Little Gar.
Gar.
G.
And he'd have great hair, dude. And
Oh
he,
my God.
I think he would.
He'd have a mane.
I could see him like he would like play hopscotch.
Yeah.
And skip. Be a little gay, but I see him frolicking.
What makes you say he's a little gay?
Just in my head, it's kind of
No son of mine.
not garden.
Not Garden. But no, it's fine. He can be a little gay.
That's what he can be 100%.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I do see him frolicking though. In my
He'd
head,
frolic.
I see you guys frolicking together.
But once he grows out of it around 4, he cannot frolic anymore. It's
You'd
time to
put
get
it-
serious. It's time to get serious. But here's what I want to... like that's the reason why I want a kid is because I love just putting people onto stuff. Like it's the best feeling in the world to
Absolutely.
show someone like a band that becomes their favorite band, or like to like dude, you haven't watched this show or whatever it is. So getting to do that at the most, like being able to be like, oh dude, you've never had bread? You're gonna love bread.
You're gonna love bread. Whole wheat.
That would be awesome. But then you can't put you can't put them on to the best stuff.
I'm trying to think of something like someone that put me onto something that was totally revolutionary, like just a random person in your life that just drops a little, and that changes.
Mm-hmm. A little change load.
A little change load. I feel like college is when you like really get to meet different people, and then like what they think is normal, like you've just never had.
Because you never saw your first black person till college, right?
No, not till I moved out here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a roundup, but yeah, it's more or less.
That's, yeah.
I was around a lot of Asians.
Yeah. Was it a specific genre?
No.
No.
Almost. I mean, my college was majority Asian.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even majority white. Like, it was majority, and then high school was all white people and Asians.
Yeah.
Been around a lot of Asians. There's less Asians out here than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
It's way more black people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was, yeah. No,
But this is where you found your groove out here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, is there a lot of Asians in Florida? What's the Florida diagram?
No, we had
diagrammic? Florida diagram. Demographic.
There
It
we
took
go.
me a lot of words to get to that word.
I'm glad you found it because I was searching too.
Sure.
But I knew it wasn't diagram.
What's the Florida racial diagram?
We had one Asian kid, Peter Lynn.
That's what we had with black kids. There was like one. There's always like one kid.
And
you only had one Peter Lynn?
Yeah, and he was the valedictorian. He was our brightest star and our shining hope. And his dream was to get into Harvard. And he didn't do it. And the whole school was like, damn, our number one guy couldn't achieve it. Like, we got nothing.
Oh, no. I don't think I had anyone in my class go to Harvard. No. Did you have some Harvard kids? No, we had no Harvard kids.
I did have a Harvard kid, but he went there he went there to play football. But the thing is, like, they can't give you an athletic scholarship in Ivy League. So
Really?
yeah, so he went there to play football, but he was there on they gave him a scholarship. But so that's like the funny thing about going to school, like getting a scholarship to schools that aren't allowed to give you athletic scholarships, is you can quit the sport and still keep your scholarship.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he did that. Maybe he still plays.
Was he a stud football player?
I'll be honest. I think so, because he also, I remember he. Well, maybe this doesn't make sense because I almost said he was also in marching band, and that would be a lot. He's like running off
of a game.
He scores a touchdown and runs over. That would be awesome, though.
That would be just the coolest guy in school.
No, but he played jazz or something, because we had like a jazz concert and he had the French horn, and they played this Duke Ellington song where it was like, and he was hitting that, and I'm like, whoa.
This
guy's awesome.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
I look up to you.
Yeah.
I think we had like one kid go to like Stanford who only wanted to go to Stanford and like just talked about it and then and succeeded and then went to Stanford Medical School. You know, when you have like, there's like so many kids that talk it in high school about all these things and whatever. And then you have the one that like does it.
Yeah.
that like
plenty of people could talk about it, but few people can be about it.
Exactly. Like, well, just look at us.
Yeah.
Bunch of doers on this bed and chair.
Exactly. That's some people say. I mean, I heard a statistic that most podcasts don't last past episode 3 or something like that.
Are you making that up or for real?
No, I'm for real.
Oh, so we're like more than halfway there.
We're deep. Well, okay, yeah. On this, the official podcast, but we've been doing Sandwich Tuesday for many a week.
Oh, dude, you're not getting rid of me.
No.
We're doing this.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what are we at time-wise? Are we at...
We're at 50 minutes. I'm going to like you every week.
Okay.
Wow, we cruised.
That's
Something that I've had to get used to is holding in peace. I mean, this is our only second week, but both times
you didn't unload?
I didn't, not properly. Well, because then the thing is we always talk about, like, let's go in here and tape it. But we just have too much of rapport.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just start talking and chatting and playing music that you hate. And then it's been like 50, and then we start rolling. And then, I don't know, man, maybe the hernia has been messing up my bladder. Maybe that, as explained.
Pushing on your bladder. Wait, are you peeing frequently?
I'm a frequent peer, yeah.
But you drink a lot of liquids.
I do, but I don't think it's a proportionate amount to my urination.
Maybe the hernia is pushing on the...
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to get a lot of questions answered.
Yeah, ask the doctor.
I'm gonna get a
Write
lot
that
of-
down.
Yeah, dude. Does this explain why I pee during podcasts?
I can't... He's like, yeah, how frequently are you peeing? About once per podcast.
It would be nice to get that dealt with.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll. And also, the thing is it's like supposed to be like a 2 to 6 week recovery or whatever, where you're not supposed to like lift or do anything.
Yeah.
And I want, if that's the case, I want that to get done with in February, where it's cold. I ain't trying to be bedridden.
Yeah.
In June.
Yeah.
No. Let's do this thing now.
You want to be fully recovered.
I want to, dude, get my hernia-free bod out there.
Yeah.
And just show what's,
I'll take care of you.
that would be, thank you. Dude, when I had my kidney surgery, Joe took care of me. Well, my mom took, but Joe would come over every day and watch Friends with me. And we would debate Ross and Ray. I swear to God, he would take me for walks because I had to like relearn walking or like restart my walking.
Oh, okay.
And well, because I knew, but it was great. Like, because I couldn't, like, I got to the point where like I couldn't, like, right after the surgery, like I couldn't walk more than like 100 feet or whatever, and so like you had to build back up. And so we would watch Friends and go for walks together, and we can all do that as an apartment, all three, and we can just we can all just. When was the last time you saw Friends?
I'll be honest. I've seen probably like 3 episodes of
Dude,
Friends in
I
my life.
can't
Maybe
wait
not
for
even.
I can't wait for this hernia. We're gonna have such a good time.
Are we starting at season 1, episode 1?
Absolutely, the pilot.
Okay.
You gotta.
Technical.
Yeah, dude, and you can't fight me on it because I'm the hernia victim. So I gotta. You're not gonna be like, we should watch Seinfeld. No, it's gonna be Friends.
Yeah.
You're gonna get to meet Joey, Chandler, Ross, Phoebe, Rachel, the gang.
And I do know about the guy, the naked guy across the street.
Yeah, dude.
I know about him.
I kind of forgot about it. This hernia couldn't come soon enough.
That's it's been far too long. When you start forgetting about him.
Dude,
And even I remember him.
That's very sweet of you to offer to take care of me. That's very kind.
I will, man. In any way you need. I've had a bit of a tumultuous day today because, as you know, Anna, for my birthday, got me an app that allows me to GPS track a manatee.
Yeah.
Which there is sorry.
Christmas gift. Wait, what was the name of your manatee?
Knox.
Knox.
She's a girl though.
Sure.
No.
she's a creature. She's a beautiful sea beast.
Yeah. And today I got I got news about Knox that she escaped from her tracker and it's not giving out signals anymore, and she freed her. She's just living a quiet private life to herself now, and I don't. It's mixed feelings. I'm happy for her, but I'm also, as Anna pointed out, a little worried that something terrible happened to her.
What happened to your baby?
Dude, exactly. Did she get caught into a boat propeller? Because that happens to them all the time.
Does it really?
That's like the biggest problem is they're getting hit by boats.
Knox.
Yeah. My sweet baby Angel Knox.
Oh, dude.
She's a Tennessee girl.
Oh, yeah, she is. Wait.
Actually, I don't know. Tennessee's landlocked, I feel. I don't know where she's. I think
She's
she's
born
from
in a
North
pool.
Carolina. She's a Southern gal,
Oh, okay, obviously.
but
you
she
would,
relocated to Florida.
you would want a southern manatee. That would be your. You wouldn't
A little
want
lady.
no northern manatee.
No.
They're all stuck up.
Exactly. I don't even know if they really exist.
Yeah, but if one did, it'd be very stuck up
Oh,
about it.
for sure.
For sure. I would. I'm sorry for your loss.
It's okay. I'm mixed with, but here's the other thing.
Between the hernia and this, I mean, we're both going through it.
Yeah, yeah. They gave me an option. They said you can, because it's paid. The app is paid. It's not
Right.
free
No.
to track a manatee.
No, you don't get a track manatee for free.
No.
Not in this country.
No. And so they said I could redeem and track another animal, and so I hit.
Any animal?
Well, that's what I thought. They said you can redeem your option to track another animal. I hit it, and it just automatically assigned me to a new manatee.
Oh, that stinks. Because I would go like bird or gopher.
I don't know if gopher's an option. There's
That would be a real. Now that's a fun product, dude.
Yeah.
Pick an animal and they'll track it for you.
that is good. So that's what you'd go with, gopher?
I would honestly be curious about a New York City rat too.
Oh my god! Yeah, and
Because that
you're
was
just looking at it.
He's coming for you.
He's in my room. No, but my new manatee is actually like where I grew up, so it's good because I want to visit it.
Oh, okay, a local.
Before it was a bit of a drive.
Sure.
Knox was
What's your new one's name?
O'Dare.
Is this a him or a
No, she's a girl.
O'Dare?
O'Dare.
Like the airport?
I didn't. That's O'Hare. Like it's like, where'd they go? O'Dare.
O'Dare.
They went O'Dare. They's O'Dare.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, O'Dare. She's lives in South Florida in Broward County,
Wow.
and no, she seems nice. I'm still getting used to her.
Yeah,
I miss Knox.
you should. I mean, that's most parents have a way longer grieving period than this, so you're taking it right off the chin.
You got to move on.
You got to move on. In the manatee death or
Okay,
missing?
let's not.
I hate to say it, but your manatee's definitely dead. For sure.
I know you said you hate to say it, but I saw a little bit of pride on your face when you said it.
Yeah, I did. Well, because I like being the guy that tells hard truths.
I do get that. Do you ever? Okay, like,
And this is one of the few ones I think you'll get over real quick.
but have you ever had to give bad news and for some reason you can't stop smiling?
Yes.
And then you're like, I know it seems like I'm lying here. I'm joking. But
Dude,
grandma's dead.
Dude, no. Well, I remember I was on this is really sick, but I was on jury duty, right?
Yeah.
And the guy it was a DUI case or whatever, and we voted him guilty, but as they were reading it, I couldn't stop smiling because I was just so proud to be a part of it. And they were like, you're going to jail, and I was like,
You love to do good, man.
it was insane.
You serve your community.
I was really proud of that. I was really proud of it, and just I couldn't stop smiling.
Oh, what an asshole. You're sentencing this guy to his DUI?
Yeah, dude, he was guilty.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I should have been. I don't have a good poker face. I should have kept it stone cold. Just
Close to the vest.
should we get out of here?
Yeah.
I
You got a whiz.
gotta whiz, dude. It's this hernia.
All right, guys. Thanks for being such good friends and listening to this. And Corbin, I hope you're doing good, man.
Corbin, thank you for listening.
Hey, honestly, appreciate it. And thanks for leaving that comment last week.
That meant something.
Yeah, it was very sweet. And
Guys, be more like Corbin.
yeah. And to Knox, I hope you're safe out there, baby girl.